Hey, welcome, guys. Thank you for coming to Astronaut Lounge. Today we've got No Soldier Left Behind. And this is a charity project that is focused on veterans around the world. This is what I consider a very honorable project with what they're doing. And it is going to be on the Poo Chain blockchain. So, with that being said, let me go ahead and pass it off to Luke or Gaz, and you guys can just give us a quick introduction of yourselves, your background, especially military background and so on, and then we can get into the project. And I see Kronos popped in, so maybe he could come up and talk as well.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Very excited about this project launching on Chain. And good to talk to you, man. It's been a while. How you doing?
Great, man. And every time I see you, I almost say your real name. So I don't know if everybody knows it, but I'm not gonna dox you like that.
Oh yeah, no, I've been fully doxxed in crypto for 8 months now. So, but yeah, everybody
All
knows
right,
me as Brett.
everybody, welcome Brett.
Thank you, brother.
So yeah, let's get some introductions. Whoever wants to start, Brett. I know you're part of this project as well.
That's right. I'm in the background. I'm a veteran, Marine Corps veteran myself. Joined the Marines at 17. Served for 5 years. So military service is very important to me. Taking care of veterans. I've been out of the Marines now for 20 plus years, at least. And so it's just important to me to be a part of a project like this. And also, we're really focused on quality launches on Chain right now over quantity. And I think this is just an absolutely incredible project to be launching on Chain.
Awesome, man. Um, let's see, Luke. You want to give a brief introduction, your military history? You know what brought you into crypto?
Yeah, sure. Mate. So I joined the UK Royal Marines when I was about 17 years old. I did about 6.5 years and then left when I was 23. I actually got into crypto about 5, 6 years ago. And I think in that time I've aged about 27 years. So, but like I said, the main bit for this was the veterans obviously helping out. As being in the military, we've seen what it's like. It's not just physical injuries either. It's mental injuries that people don't see. So there's a lot more to it than people think. It's not just if somebody's lost a leg, lost an arm. There's a lot more to veterans than that. There's a lot more people that need help. So that's why obviously we've created this token to try and give back to the veterans. And like I say, I'm not usually the voice of it. I've not got the best of voices, so if you can't understand me, I do apologise.
Oh no, I can understand. I can understand that limey accent.
I think Gaz sounds a little bit posher, so I'll let him go next.
Yeah.
I think everyone sounds posher than you. Um, so I did 9 years in the Royal Air Force as a helicopter and aircraft mechanic. Spent about 3 years in Afghanistan doing medevac flights and being at various parts of the country and seeing the impact on both civilians and soldiers. But then when I left, I worked as a military contractor back in Afghan again. And you can see from that, because you're working with all veterans, that people just aren't quite right, like how they should be. It's, as Luke says, it's the psychological toll that you sort of don't realise at first, but then it sort of hits people at various stages and delays later on. So you got guys that left a couple of months to, and they're fine, but then 10 years later, then all of a sudden it hits them. They get a bad memory or something, and then they're just not right from then on. And yeah, working basically day in, day out with contractors from all around the world. You can see it's not nationality based. So that's why we didn't want to just focus on the countries we're from. We want to help veterans from every country that we can. And because obviously the ones in the poorer countries get overlooked by everyone, like different nationalities and also their own governments and societies. So, plus, you can do so much more to help people with the same amount of money in those countries. So, it really is in everyone's best interests to look after everyone. And we've come up with some good ways of being able to target individual countries and uh, basically diversify along the way. So it's not going to be a one trick pony of just a rewards token that is going to fire out some charitable donations here and there. We've got a good game plan set up that we just don't want to announce in the roadmap purely because it's that good that we don't want anyone else to steal it until we've done it. But it's basically kind of chronological based. Like that's going to be the crux of it, trying to get everything done in the right order because we'll be dealing with real world organizations and real world people. We realize you have to go with your best foot forward. So we want to lay the foundations, go step by step, and know that we might only get one shot with a lot of these big organizations. So we want to get a reputation before then proceeding with them. But like Luke has done an absolute gem in terms of hooking up a partnership later on that we really can't say anything about now, but I was over the moon when he told me about it.
Absolutely. So I guess that kind of kills my question on which organizations you're going to be working with as far as the donations go. Um, so is this going to be? I mean, I know there are a lot of organizations like Wounded Warrior and stuff like that that focus you know on the physical aspect. So is this going to be mainly geared towards the mental health aspect for veterans, or what are you guys' ideas on that?
Well, all aspects that we can really. It's financial, food. We uh, once once we got it all rolling and set up, we're even looking to help the bereaved families of soldiers because they struggle massively as well. Um, Also, service dogs because like, I'm a huge dog lover, and they completely get if they don't get adopted by the person that trained them, then they can really be difficult to rehome. Um, so I'm really interested in trying to help them out as well. Um, but it's basically we need to look at where to get the most impact for the money. For example, obviously medical bills in America are insane. So assisting with medical care for physical injuries can be incredibly costly. So we don't want, again, this is why we want to diversify across the world because we don't want to blow, or not blow, but spend a huge amount of money on one person that could help 100 people in a different way. So we really are going to be careful and really go over with real world charities about their best approaches on how they decide where the money goes, but also work with affiliates and have affiliate partnership programs. We've already got one set up with Stratosphere DeFi, who are launching their own coffee brand very soon, and we'll have an affiliates link on our page for them, and then every bag of coffee that gets sold, we get a contribution from that. that will then go into the pool as well. And that's just the first affiliate, and we got that before we had even finished the pre-sale.
That's nice. And yeah, the coffee thing, there's actually uh, a company here that I think does focus on veterans as well that sells coffee. I think it's Black Rifle Company or Coffee Company.
Yeah,
Maybe.
they have a. You're right, and they have a very big online social media presence for that company,
Yeah.
and what they do is they give a lot of their profit, if not pretty much all of it, to veterans programs through that company as well, selling coffee.
Yeah, yeah, that's why I thought of them when he said that. That might be a good one to reach out to as well, if it hasn't already been thought of. Uh, so
Yeah, it's a case of coming up with a list of working out who would see us as a competitor and who would see us as an ally. But we've got some good ones that we're going to approach. But again, I think for the bigger ones, we really need to get ourselves some credibility and some good chart history to show that we're not just going to die like 2 weeks after they sign a deal with us.
Yeah,
right,
and I'll tell
right.
you too, what's really cool for my part in all of this is, well, not only having the blockchain, but I'm in Virginia. I'm 45 minutes from DC, not that far from Walter Reed. I actually am connected with a friend here in Fredericksburg, Virginia, that works with veterans, and he actually trains service dogs. So I have personally a very close connection to the military community here in the states in Virginia, and I really look forward to being able to use those resources to help out in other ways with the project from my end, while these guys are working on the big charity partnerships and things like that.
Yeah, for sure, man. So are you guys going to be registered as a nonprofit, or um, a lot of companies like that are going to want to work with a registered, either a company or charity. So how do you plan on doing that if that's in the plans?
Well, again, it's the legal aspect that's going to be the biggest determining factor in that. Because we're spread across the world, we'll need to see which country would be the best to get that registered in if we go down that route. Um, but again, it might not be necessary with DeFi and crypto, like mass what's the term mass adoption uh, happening in the next year or two. It could be something that can just be on the internet and in the DeFi world. So again, it's definitely something we thought about from day one, but we just need to work on the best approach for it, and we'll just keep people updated as we go along with it.
Sounds good. Sounds good. At least, whoops, I just cut out there. Yeah, at least I just wanted to know that it was thought about and you guys were, looking towards the future as far as that goes. Let's get a little bit into the project. Why did you guys choose Poo Chain? I mean, obviously I know why, but can you explain for everybody else?
Yeah, I can do that. So obviously, Poochain is a brand new blockchain. We are massively got a massive advantage in taking on the low liquidity price at the moment. So Poochain is currently at, I think we're just hitting back to 1 million market cap. So most early projects on, like, if you can imagine all the early projects on BSC, how much they boomed when BNB obviously had its push. One of the other good things is with the pre-sale funds, we will be purchasing a validator bag for the project, a validator bag. There's going to be 80 validators. I'm guessing most people probably know what one is. Obviously, every time there is a transaction on chain, there is a fee which is spread out between the validators. So that will be used to support the project as well. And I think we will be one of the last remaining validator spots. So there'll be no more available for any future projects that go into there. But the main thing is obviously the vision we see from Kronos as well. We know that PooChain is going to succeed with the team that it has behind it. That's why obviously we wanted Kronos to be part of the team as well. He is an ex-veteran, so we knew this would be close to his heart. But that's, like I said, the liquidity thing is one of the main things as well. When PooChain pumps, which it will do, it's going to massively benefit our project to liquidity, everything, the veterans, everything towards the project.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that
And
part's
just
exciting for me too, for those guys, because I mean, like, look at PooChain. We just launched the mainnet about 5 weeks ago, right? And we had some nice kind of arbitrage, I would say, drop in the value on the BNB side. But I mean, look, we're up 30% almost in the last 24 hours or so. And so, even the poop that they've raised over the last week or two, it already has 30% more value to it. So, I think it's going to be a very unique opportunity for these guys. It's very, very unique for a project to have a validator node on a blockchain, and especially a new one with some good utility and development around it. I think it really will lend extremely well to the long-term longevity of this project for these guys. And I think, too, it will show anyone that wants to partner with them that they've taken very serious steps to ensure that the project is not based around, any sort of hype or anything, but fundamentals. And, being able to sustain the project financially is certainly a major fundamental for someone that is interested in partnering with them to look at. And so I think it's going to be a very great opportunity, a very unique situation for them. This is certainly a project unlike anything we really see on crypto, right, or in crypto. And I think also too, it's important, as adoption in crypto picks up here, and there's only 4 to 5% of the world or something that buys and sells crypto currently. As adoption picks up, and the companies, the crypto companies that are able to bridge mainstream and crypto, those are going to be the ones that I feel are going to succeed or have the best chance of succeeding in the long term. And how better to do that than by providing veteran services? And so I just think it's a very, very good project these guys have put together. I was very excited when they said they wanted to do it, and of course they're always going to have myself and PooChain's full support.
nice, man. Yeah, of course. And I just want to, give you a shout out over there too. Poo Chain's looking really good. And with them accumulating on this dip, when that market cap does go back towards all-time high, you've already, tripled, quadrupled your liquidity and the market cap of the project. So, that's pretty awesome. Um, Now, with that validator and the rewards coming in from that, how is that going to tie into feeding the project? Like, what is the plans to do with those rewards? Are you just going to add them into liquidity, or are they going to be passed out as passive income for holders? Um, what are your plans with that?
Well, it varies at the moment. So it's basically because volume's not that great at the moment currently because it's a brand new network. It's hard to gauge how much we'll get in. But based off of another blockchain that launched and their figures, it's looking like it'll be very, very healthy returns. So with that, we just need to work out the percentages of what will go to the charity section and what will go to the rewards section, because we're very mindful of other past charity projects, like elongate, for example. That kind of stagnated and died, but didn't really offer enough to the investors in terms of rewards and profit. So that's why we spent quite a long time debating about whether to put the higher percentage towards charity or the higher percentage towards the investor in terms of the rewards. And we decided on rewarding the investors more, so that we could get more investors come in. Like, it's better to have 1,000 people donate $10 to charity than 20,000 people donate $1. So, and also with, again, due to the low price of food chain at the moment, we want to accumulate as much poop as we can at this low price. So then in a couple of months, it'll be worth so much more, and we'll be able to do so much more with it. So that's another aspect, is not. We'd rather hold on to the charity pool at the start and let the value of that grow, rather than spend, say for example, 10,000 poop could feed some homeless veterans now, but in a few months, 10,000 poop could rehome some homeless veterans. So we're mindful of things like that also.
And also, sorry guys, I'm late. Apologize. Got a lot of meetings throughout the day. I'm Rick. I'm also with the No Soldier Left Behind team. Kind of to add what Gaz. Yeah, sorry. I'm really sorry for being late, guys. I appreciate you guys joining us for AMA today. It's just we have a lot of stuff going on. We got the pre-sale. We're working out the validator spot. It's like one of the last ones with Poo Chain. So we're very excited to not only launch on Poo Chain, but to be here and talk to you guys. And of course, supporting veterans. It means a lot to us. It is a reward token. We are going to be utilizing some brand new technology from a partner project. And actually, we're going to help them sell coffee. So I actually changed all my stuff to reflect that. We're going to do an affiliate program with a project that's also launching on Poo Chain. They're kind of focusing on mass adoption and connecting Web3 and products and services to supporting tokens. And we're going to do that too by helping them sell coffee through their affiliate program. And we're going to not only does the token actually reward the holders in the native poop token, but as we're using our node validator rewards to support the token on chain, as well as add more liquidity, maybe do staking payouts. So like one of the things that we were talking about just the other day is we're looking at offering, and this would be through other partnerships. I know Sphinx Labs is a big partner of Poo Chain, because we want to all work together, and that's how this stuff thrives, right? Through partnerships. So we're going to probably set up a partnership with them. We're going to do some NFTs in the future. They do like staking tokens and NFTs. So one of the great things we can do with our validator rewards is, because it is essentially an on-chain reward ecosystem, not related to selling the token for profits, but we'll get the native gas token on the chain. We can actually use those to buy back the No Soldier Left Behind token to actually pay those out in a sustainable way for NFT staking or token staking, or even yield farms, or any other project that we decide to partner with. We can actually use those to help that ecosystem. Not only that, once Poo Chain really gets off the ground running, just kind of piggybacking off what Gaz was saying, once this chain starts to see more adoption and starts to grow with more and more projects coming in, not only meme projects, but like this great project that we're doing the affiliate program with, they're not a meme project. They might be the first one that's not a meme project that's launching on Poo Chain. We're looking to do kind of similar things and going multi-chains where we utilize our one supply and expanding into other networks. But as this chain grows, so will the validator rewards, and so will the support for the token on chain, as well as, obviously the vets that we want to take care of. Both Gaz and Luke, the co-founders, the original co-founders, and Kronos, we're partnering with Kronos for development with this project. He's also the owner of Poo Chain, so we're honored to be working with him. He too is a vet, so this project means a lot to all of us, and we want to be able to not only take care of the vets, but help the holders by getting the rewards from all of the transactions. And of course, implementing that great incinerator technology from the partner project. And what that does, from my understanding, is it actually will boost the rewards LP. And we're not doing reflections, are we, Gaz?
No.
Okay, so rewards the donation wallet. And what the incinerator does is it's their proprietary tech. And what it does is it actually takes a percentage of the tokens that we send to the incinerator and buys and sells them over and over, inducing LP fees, gas fees, rewards, and LP, creating that boosted volume, boosted rewards, boosted liquidity, and all that great volume. So it's really cool. It's like first to market technology from that project. They have it operating on BSC and Polygon right now, and they're bringing it to the Poo chain. So that's really great for all the validators. That's good for all the holders. It's all about rewards. We all want to make money. And the great thing about No Soldier Left Behind is the project owners don't make money unless you guys make money. And when you guys make money and we make money, we can donate more to all the great veteran causes that we're looking at. Going back to the NFTs, we were talking about like actually getting with, individual veterans or current soldiers. And there's probably some legal ramifications to work with current soldiers, but certainly, retired vets, guys that are, sitting in the VA all alone. This is one way for our NFTs to actually connect that veteran with people that care about them, right? So now we can sell these NFTs for that specific individual soldier who we want to, help support, like on a more, intimate level. So now we would take a percentage of the NFT sales, put those into like a farm to produce more yields that we could put back into token support. We could actually use those rewards to actually help donate more to that individual soldier, kind of give them passive income. And then what the NFT would do is essentially give the community access to actually kind of become like a pen pal to that soldier or that veteran, because that's what these guys need. They need help, right? They just want somebody to talk to. They might have mental issues or drug addiction or whatever else. Definitely PTSD, CTE. These guys just need help. And however that can come about, either through, like, the pen pal is a great way because people just want to know their story. And sometimes these guys just want to get their story out because they feel like they've been, some of these guys feel like they've been totally abandoned by society. Well, we want to help them so that they don't feel that way, so they get back on their feet, fold back into society, and get back into the workforce and get into the civilian life that they basically sacrificed to help protect anyways. So that's what's really great about the NFTs. And of course, the reward ecosystem, we want to keep it all in-house to support not only the holders, give them more rewards and passive income, as well as supporting the vets that we care about so much. So yeah, that was kind of a rundown in case we missed anything. I didn't want to miss anything. Anything else, Luke or Gaz? Sorry for being late, guys. I apologize.
Yeah, there's one more NFT play that we're keeping close to our chests that will basically directly contribute to that specific country's military. So if those NFTs are bought, that money will only go to that country's military veterans. So again, that's a way of keeping it fair. So people in here from other nationalities don't think just because we're Brits and Americans that we're going to solely focus on our home countries.
Yeah, that was an important thing too. Like, even though, conflict affects everybody, right? Civilians and otherwise. And it is like Gaz just said, it's not just for the UKs and the Brits. Even if, at some point, these other countries have been at odds with each other, it's one of those things. Those people still need help too. So it is an international organization. It's not just going to one demographic or two demographics. It is important that these people get help no matter what walk of life they're from. So hope you guys see that too. It's certainly with Kronos, he was a U.S. Marine, and he's on the other side of the country from where I'm at, and it's a totally different world. I mean, you guys know being from all over the place. Everybody's walk of life is completely different. So again, we don't want to just focus on one demographic or two demographics. We want to be able to help everybody. And that's what the token can do. That's the beauty of decentralized finance. It's not just, the anonymity is like super important to all of us. We all want to make money. We all want to make profits. Rewards are great. We want to be able to use those rewards for whatever. And luckily, part of this project goes into helping people. It's very altruistic, and I'm happy to be a part of this team too, for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
And
So, oh, go ahead, guys.
also, thanks to the validator bag and the affiliate links and programs that we'll be getting set up, it is a long-term play. Like, this is planning to go on for years, not months. So don't buy and dump because it's just going to get bigger. Like, that's the aim, and it's not even unrealistic aim with the validator bag. If PooChain does well, then everybody does well, and networks hang around for years, and we're planning on doing it also.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
you get food tokens just for holding the No Soldier Left Behind token. And again, it's like Az says, if where we're at now, it's hovering right around 1 million market cap. It's a non-mintable supply, and they're getting ready to expand into multiple networks. Right now, they're on PooChain with their own blockchain, and then BSC. We were actually all just kind of listening to one of their AMAs, and they're talking about going into Ethereum like this week or next. Phantom, Avalanche, those investor markets have their own, ecosystems, and PooChain's getting ready to explode into there. And through arbitrage, as those networks grow for this token, certainly the native blockchain will as well. And it is a non-mintable supply. That is wild. It's like 66% of the supply is actually staked in the node validators currently. It's amazing. So yeah, we're pumped to be launching this on PooChain for sure, because our liquidity is going to be in the native Poop token and of course NSLB token. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunity there.
And also, the winner is you can make money during the bear market as well, because people trade, and we just need transactions
Yeah, for sure.
to get rewards.
Yeah. Does anybody have any questions? I know it's like middle of the day for a lot of people here too. So you guys can put it in the chat.
Actually, can you guys just go through, what the tokenomics will be, the tax and how to buy? A lot of people haven't bought anything on PooChain, so they would need to purchase the poop with BNB and then bridge it over to the actual chain.
That is exactly correct. So right now, the PooChain token is available on BSC. There is a 9% tax with that, but then you can use their bridge where you don't get taxed. And then they have a great little, like, you can either do it through Sphinx Labs or you can do it through the PooChain or the PooSwap.finance portal. You actually get some of your first PooChain gas tokens, use their faucet, it verifies that you've bridged your tokens, and you get a little hit of the poop tokens that you then unwrap your bridged poop, and then there you go. Poop is I know it sounds funny, but it is the native gas token on chain. So then, yeah, and the gas fees are very similar to BSC. Actually, they might be a little bit cheaper per transaction right now, now that all of the validators have been filled up. So yeah, it's very secure. I think there's going to be a total of 77, if I'm mistaken, 77 validators with 25 boot nodes. So it is wicked secure. I mean, very, very, very secure. I mean, you have 80 verifications per transaction, which is great. It's actually more than Binance I think Binance has 11 nodes, if I'm not mistaken. Not to say that Binance isn't secure. Their nodes are wicked efficient, but yeah. We'll drop the PooChain mainnet stuff to add to your MetaMask. And it's actually very straightforward. You just, like I said, you buy poop on BSC, bridge it over at PooSwap.finance, use the faucet, unwrap your tokens, and you're ready to rock and roll. There will be a drop down for NSLB when we launch. so you won't even have to import the contract right on poopswap.finance. The tokenomics, 10% I think are the fees, right, Gaz? 5% to rewards.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
go
it's
ahead.
it's 5% to the rewards, which is paid in poop token. It's 2% is charity donations. 1% is LP, and then 2% is going to be the incinerator. Rick obviously has already explained that, and he can explain that more if anyone's got any questions. Just a quick one on the pre-sale as well. We have done the pre-sale in native poop, and we've also done it in B&B. So we're currently at about close to 17 B&B contributed and almost 6 million poop. So if anyone was wanting to contribute to the pre-sale, you can also do it in B&B as well.
Yeah.
And again, what was the hard cap on that? I think it was 30 as the hard cap.
30 B&B was a hard cap. Yeah, soft cap was around 20 B&B.
Okay, perfect.
Which we are
so
very close.
You're over 50% there. So
Oh, we're nearly. We're probably close to like 80%. Oh, sorry, to the hard cap. Do you mean? Sorry.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, hard cap. Yeah.
I mean, I can see that filling up pretty fast. And when after that hard cap is filled or hit, when do you plan on launching after that?
Yeah, so we're looking to probably do a few more AMAs. Like, what we'll do for sure is we'll do a Poochain Global AMA to kind of drum up the community, make sure everybody understands how to actually get the token, prepare their wallets or whatever. We will basically create the initial LP, blast the tokens out, and it's kind of like a fair launch, I guess. There's really no contract function to like turn on trading. So we kind of have to do it all at the same time as we do like the multi-send for the tokens. And then it's fair game. The pre-sale, the launch price. I don't know if they mentioned this. We're shooting for like 50 to 100,000 market cap, depending on if we hit just the soft cap. But if we do the hard cap, we'll probably try to shoot for that like 75,000 market cap range. There's a lot of room for growth, guys. We're not doing any discounts on the pre-sale. It's just like as soon as we hit the number and we launch, we're going to turn it on and let people go at it. The tax will hit. People are going to buy and sell. Obviously, poop has been, traded a lot lately. So as that changes in value in either direction, there's a lot of tradability there. 10% tax, really it's more or less 8% because 2% going into the incinerator is actually going to go to boosted volume, like I mentioned. So yes, you do pay the 10% fee, but like 2 of that immediately goes back into more volume for basically boosting your rewards. So you're going to kind of see that poop tokens getting deposited directly in your wallet almost right away. And that'll happen with every transaction too. So yeah, it's pretty cool. We'll make the liquidity and then I think we're getting the validator set up like today or something like that. So we're very close. We'd love to hit that hard cap. With your guys' help, I'm sure we could do that today. But yeah, we'll do an AMA in Poochain Global. We'll probably do one in the partner groups as well. Sphinx and Stratosphere, we'll probably do those over there because we're partnering with both of them. We'll try to drum up their communities as well. A lot of their people have already did the contributions too. So yeah, man, we'll definitely post it in our chat so you guys can come in. Definitely come to the No Soldier Left Behind Telegram. We'll get you all the information related to approximate launch time, how to get the token, and what the token does, and obviously roadmap, website, all that good stuff.
That's awesome, man. So what all projects are you guys partnering with? I know Luke had spoke about another project that I know the owner of. I think Mario is in here. What are you guys doing with Project X, and how's that working for you?
Yeah, Luke, that one's all you, buddy.
Yeah, so the finer details are to be discussed, but obviously, as you know, Mario is an ex-army vet as well, so he's really up for helping the project. So whatever best way we can partner to benefit both projects is what we'll do. We haven't fully decided yet on what that is, but is Mario in the chat? Did you say?
He was.
He was.
I'm not sure if he's still here or not. I see somebody else from Project X in here. Finn is in here. Yeah.
Yeah, so like I said, that one is to be finalised, but that is something that will definitely happen. Obviously, with the help of Mario's, he's a massive supporter of veterans, being one himself.
Yeah,
And then
you guys have a lot of big names, backing you guys up, especially with a cause like this. From Brett and Mario to everybody else that you're working with. So, and with this not being a meme token, I know Pooh Chain's supposed to be the meme chain, but I think more legit projects, especially one like this, this is close to a lot of people's hearts. I think a lot of people know, some veterans that have struggled, and I do, especially veterans that have struggled with PTSD, and even they kind of slip through the cracks, and then they become chronically homeless, and um, it's a very sad thing to see. So this is definitely a project that I can get behind.
Yeah, excellent. Thanks, my man. So, kind of going back to the partnerships, we're doing an affiliate program with Stratosphere DeFi and their coffee. They're doing the incinerator for us. Kronos, the owner of Pooh Chain, is helping us with some co-development. And then of course, we're investing in the validator there. And then, for the NFT staking or the token staking, we're looking at working with Pooh Chain's, big partner Sphinx Labs. We have yet to set up a call with them. We just kind of in passing mentioned a few things, and they were like, yeah, let's set up a call for collaboration. I know pretty much everybody on Pooh Chain will probably be working with Sphinx Labs too. They help Pooh Chain with the bridges and stuff like that. They're helping them with the multi-chain operation. So we're definitely comfortable working with them too, and I'm sure we will very, very soon.
So yeah, and I mean, my little secret with Pooh Chain is that it's actually a very serious blockchain from a technical standpoint. And I think once people really start to figure that out, we're gonna blast off into no man's land. I just wanted to touch on that a little bit. We have 25 boot nodes. There's currently, was it 76 validators, and they have 67%. That's worth like $800,000 at this market cap right now, staked of the chain currency. All 25 boot nodes, they're all KYC doxed with me. Got personal information. It's very safe for everyone. All the validators, they're using many of them. Vast majority are using Amazon Web Services to host their nodes. So dependable, stable there as well. And I mean, we really have built out. I know, Pooh Chain's stealth project, from $278. That's just not the project anymore. We're a completely different project now. We've got the blockchain, and even if you guys have heard of us, for 8 months now since we launched, we're definitely worth another look. It's a whole different animal now that we have this very, very cool Polygon Edge proof of stake blockchain code that we're running. And I think just even the code itself, Polygon's a very bullish blockchain company. They've partnered with Instagram to turn Instagram into an NFT marketplace. I think it's a very good umbrella of technology for us to be working under for the long term. The Pooh Chain blockchain is not something that we just threw together to say, hey, look, we created a blockchain. It's a very, very serious, legit blockchain, and we've partnered with some big companies outside of crypto as well. A company called Accubits. They literally work with NASA doing artificial intelligence. This is a long-term Pooh Chain partner from a business standpoint for us in development. They're actually performing our chain audit right now for us and setting up the test net for everyone. So I do want you guys to see that No Soldier Left Behind. I mean, it fits right in with the serious side of Pooh Chain. And yes, it is Pooh Chain, the meme token blockchain. And God, who does not love meme tokens, right? And it's what brought a lot of us together. But on the other side of that, PooChain has been built to handle big projects and for the long term, and so I really want everyone to understand that, this is not going to be a trendy or a hype project, No Soldier Left Behind. They're doing this now early on the blockchain to give that company, that crypto project, the best chance possible to really make real world changes in people's lives. And, a lot of that is just a connecting of information, and there are resources out there, and just being able to establish a platform that we can, make available to as many veterans as possible. Given everything they're doing with launching this on PooChain, I mean, I really feel like in a year from now, these guys can look back and myself as well, and be extremely proud with where No Soldier Left Behind has gotten to as a project.
Yeah, 100%, man. With you, bridging to other chains like Ethereum and such, that opens up a whole new set of eyes to the PooChain ecosystem, and in turn, NSLB. So, that gives a whole new demographic of investors that can come into NSLB as well, playing on the PooChain ecosystem. So, that's pretty awesome, and I think that's a great partnership at this early of a market cap. With PooChain rising, and it gives the projects on there a lot of potential, as as far as the market cap and liquidity increase goes. Um, Now, I do have one question I gotta ask. So you guys are talking about going with a third party for staking. Now, with that, what measures do you have in place to ensure that your investors that stake on that platform, if something were to happen, not on your, not by your fault, but by theirs, if something were to happen, what measures do you have to protect your investors?
Sorry, I'm eating an onion ring. Yeah, so right now it's just concept and discussion. They are, they've had they've had a lot of growth in the past, and they offer a lot of current staking options. It's not something that's set in stone.
Was this
But
was this Sphinx?
Yeah, Sphinx. Yeah,
They're actually CerTic audited, and we have a close group chat. The PooChain head developers and the Sphinx head developers. We have a group chat, and I find them to be extremely trustworthy. I think why I also chose them for PooChain's platform was they were already out there. They already been a company and a project for a year and a half or so. They've got a BitGert bridge live that hit like 600 million market cap. That to me showed that they could handle big money, big volume. And they're also partnering with some of the smaller chains that are around right now, like ourselves and Loop and things like that. But I also do love that CerTic audit, and I think a lot of people do. But their entire platform is actually does have a very, very nice audit for everyone to feel a warm fuzzy around.
Right. Oh, I'm not saying that anything is going to happen, or they're, not trustworthy or anything like that. But, and even with a CerTic audit, we've all seen people with CerTic audits that, that things happen. You know what I mean?
oh, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And I think to me that's
That's
why
why I was asking, with it being the
vetted
third
stamp.
party, whether
Yeah.
they are, trusted, whether anything happens or not. I just wanted to know if there was anything in place. And obviously, nothing's set in stone, so you guys can still maybe even develop your own staking contracts and go from there if that was the
100%.
case.
Yeah, 100%. So the validator node, with that passive income that we would get from all the transactions on chain is being, invested in the chain itself, plus the affiliate programs that we're working on with that coffee company. That's something where we could use those rewards, that revenue, to actually buy back the token for a more sustainable model than just what, most of these DeFi projects have done in the past. Working with one of our partners, they kind of do that themselves too. And we really like that sustainability those outside sources of revenue supporting the token. That's what everybody loves. I mean, that's what I personally think that's how every project should do it anyways, not just like diluting everything out just by giving away free stuff. But, you know, it is what it is. Supporting your project to help the veterans and the holders, that's a win-win for sure. And we can definitely bring that in-house. We just like the idea of partnerships, because that's kind of how, you know, we all grow. So again, like we mentioned, it's not set in stone, but it's certainly something we're looking into.
Yeah, we actually, PooChain has its own staking as well for any of the tokens that are on the blockchain, and it, you know, decent rewards. It's basically rewarded on however much percentage of supply is put in there. So if someone wants to put 10% of their supply in there when they set up their staking pool for their community, you know, the APY could be something highly significant. I've been putting 2, 3, 4% in, and APYs are anywhere from, geez, I mean, 20, 50%. There's still some that are sitting around a couple 100% APY for tokens on the chain. So what's
So
good
the
too, as far as the contract
NFLB
creation.
holder.
Yeah, I was going to
Sorry.
say too, the contract creation is in-house for No Soldier Left Behind. So it'll be a PooChain verified contract. And that's Hat Monkey. I don't know if some of you guys know him, but he's a very well-known developer and coder, Solidity dev here in the space. He'll be handling the contract creation. He also does a lot of our DApp support and things like that for staking and the bridging and things like that. So definitely well-known contract creator.
Awesome. So the SLB holders are going to get rewarded in poop, which they can then turn around and stake that poop on the poop staking contract. So, you know, basically double rewards if you think about it.
You said it, sir. We were just about to say that. That's awesome.
I'm always thinking ahead, man. But yeah, let's go ahead and open this up for some questions from listeners, and see if anybody has any.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
I'm Kuman. Just wanted to ask about the NFT. Is there? I want to know what's the APY for the NFT, and is the NFT going to be adding to the market cap? Like, let me say I bought an NFT now. Is there a certain percentage that I bought that is going to be adding to the market cap, like supporting the project?
Yes, so the NFTs are not actually in the ecosystem yet. It's part of our roadmap to do NFTs. My guess is that we will do these on PooChain. We'll release them on PooChain through most likely the Poonomics native NFT marketplace. So one of the things we've been talking about with sustainability is that the APY will not be set because of the ever-changing token prices. So the idea is to actually use the NFT revenue to create like a yield farm. Let's say I'll just use Pancake Swap, for example. Using Pancake BNB, we'll turn our revenue into Pancake BNB and farm the 30%, or Night Swap or whatever. We would then use those rewards to actually buy tokens back on chain and pay those out from the NFT staking or any of the farms that we're doing. We like that sustainability model. Now, again, none of this is really set in stone because the NFTs aren't live yet, but we want to accomplish that sustainability. And the APRs or APYs will be ever changing based on the market conditions, which, kind of the way it should be anyways. But again, we want to maintain that sustainable model. And again, these outside sources of revenue, the affiliate program, of course, the PooChain validator rewards, we will use that for liquidity to, make the project stable. And obviously, as it grows, that value will change all of the time. Every time we open up into a new network, I'm not saying that's going to happen right away. I'm just saying down the road, part of the roadmap is expanding into a new network. There's also more arbitrage opportunity between the chains. So there's a lot of stuff that we're going to do. And again, the NFTs are part of the roadmap. And then, it's just not going to be set in stone. We would like to say, oh yeah, 28% APY. But honestly, it could be better than that, depending on the growth of the chain, the growth of the project, how many NFTs we sell, market conditions, and that's the way we kind of want to, handle that economic model so that it is sustainable.
Okay, thank you.
My pleasure.
Okay, I'm just trying to read through some of these questions in the chat. Let's see.
I think one of the main questions was, well, first and foremost, thank you for your service, everybody in the military. I think
Yes.
this is going to be incredible. I think kind of the biggest one that I'm kind of picking up on the chat is the assurance of the recipient of the donations, how that's qualified, how that's, I guess, proven. I mean, I don't know. I just can't think of a term there. That's kind of the common one. So if you touched on that earlier, I apologize. I had to hop on late, but I don't know if you kind of want to address that.
Yeah, that is a great question. How are those donations and contributions be verified to the holders?
Yeah, Luke, you want to grab that one, or Gaz maybe?
Yeah, so one of the ways we can do it is going through existing veterans charities that are out there. They will know who verified people are and have the local teams on the ground go out and distribute the money. But also we'll be looking at actually getting in touch with the individual like bases in certain countries, because they, well, not the bases themselves, but the units will have a list of contacts of people who served with them, and we can cross-verify with them, because we all know a lot of people, homeless people on the street, claim to be ex-military, and a lot of them also aren't. So we are very mindful that the money will only go to verified people.
Yeah, and the other idea we were kind of thinking too is like actually the charity wallet itself, right? Now, depending on what organization we work with, obviously we would want to, be able to directly give them the tokens or convert those tokens into, into cash. But let's say there is a charitable organization that does have a crypto wallet. We would like to, be transparent and put that on the website, show total donations, where these donations went and when. Obviously have, video AMAs and stuff like that, because the ultimate goal for NSLB is to actually become a registered charity down the, in the roadmap. It's not an easy task. So once we actually get to that point, it'll certainly be as transparent as you really can be. And I know, unfortunately, there are a lot of organizations out there that, do some nefarious things with the money that they get. But, it goes to that mass adoption thing. Businesses who adapt the Web3 technology into their, their products or services. That's kind of what we're doing here, but in the charity sense. So yeah, holding us accountable, that's one thing that's really kind of tough. But, if you believe in Luke, Gaz, myself, Kronos, and everybody that works in this project, certainly we're not going to let you down. I mean, these guys sacrificed, parts of their lives to serve, their countries. And I think that's going to extend, deeper into this project. But yeah, accountability is always the issue, and we'll figure out a way to do that. And one of those ways that, I was thinking is that if you can, if this individual or this organization actually posts their crypto wallet, that would be one way to do it, because then you could see on-chain transactions of the transfer of tokens or money or whatever. So yeah, that's one way we'll do it. I'm trying to think, what was the other one we talked about? I forget. Luke, you got anything else related to that? Because that is important for sure.
No, man, I think you guys have pretty much covered it. We'll be as transparent as we possibly can with it all. The good thing is as well, obviously, with us all being in the military and having connections in the military, we do probably know best places to send it as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, not to the fucking government.
Yeah, amen,
exactly. Exactly. So I do have a question. It's kind of been brought up in chat. With only 1% going to marketing, and if volume does slow down, how do you guys? How are you prepared to continue funding the project without volume in the token?
Yeah,
Um,
we got this. So we're hoping that the affiliate program really takes off for us. It's a brand new coffee company. They've got a really good product. We're going to continue to seek out those outside streams of revenue to support the project. So like you said, if it becomes stagnant or whatever, we have if we run into a terrible bear market again, yeah, we're looking to continuously grow those outside sources of revenue, either the validator or the affiliate with the coffee company. And then, of course, obviously, it's you want to sell your NFTs, you want to sell your tokens, but if you can, if we become a charitable organization, a registered one, we can actually reach out to these foundations and get the charitable donation and ask them like make the deal with them. Hey guys, we are a Web3 project, assuming regulation is a more favorable, around the world, but we can reach out to these organizations, these foundations, and ask for their charitable donations to our registered foundation. And we can obviously tell them, hey, this is what we plan on doing with the money. I'm not sure, the legal ramifications. Again, we'll have to cross that bridge when we get there. But it's one of those things. If we do get the outside streams of revenue, we certainly will go into supporting the project as well as marketing, on-chain buybacks. I know they want to do burns, stuff like that. It's all about that streams of revenue without selling your token. That's huge, right?
exactly. Yes.
And
Yes.
also,
That.
in terms of the marketing aspect, we do have some hidden weapons up our sleeves. Thanks to there are obviously a lot of famous people in the world who are very sympathetic to the cause, and or have been ex-military, and we already have a good one on our side who then opens up doors to other ones. So marketing down that route is actually going to be free of charge.
Wow, that's awesome. That is awesome. Is there any other questions in here in the VC? Trying to read all these questions in chat, and not, I think some of them have already been answered, and some are just copy and paste from other shit that are about to get banned.
That always cracks me up, man. Oh, it really
Yeah.
does. I was going to
Yeah, it
add
does.
something. I can't remember what the heck I was going to add. Oh, pretty close to the soft cap, guys. We got about 16 and a quarter BNB and almost 6 million poop coin raised. The more we can raise for this, the more that they can do sooner, guys. So, and they're really presenting a solid project to make real world changes in people's lives. And if we could get even more support, I know they could certainly do more. So.
Sorry to correct you, mate, but soft caps already been reached.
Boom! I love you guys. All right.
Let's go. So, hey, I did have another thought. Have you guys thought of having a merchandise line? A lot of people would probably love buying a NSLB hat or hoodie or whatever. And how, if you did think about that, how would you implement that into the token?
Yeah, I mean, part of the affiliate program is we could either have somebody else make it for us or we could do it ourselves. We're looking at, like Shopify, Printful and all that stuff. But yeah, absolutely. And just like the coffee company's doing with theirs, we would do the same thing. Any of the merch that comes, that gets bought, we would take proceeds and put it back into the ecosystem through on-chain buys for buybacks and burns, donations to the vets, and of course, token support. That's what everyone wants, that outside revenue. For sure we'll do that. Absolutely.
John asked if you sent in BNB already and then sent poop, do you have to do the form a second time when it's from the same address?
Lukey.
Sorry, I missed that one. What was that?
Okay, so he asked. He's already sent B&B in for the pre-sale, and then he sent poop as well. Um, does he have to fill the form out a second time if it's from the same address? So it's both from his BEP address.
I'd say just to be safe, fill it in because it only takes about 20 seconds. But if not, it won't be a problem either.
Okay.
Yeah, just leave us a paper trail so we know what's going down.
Well,
Do
the
it.
actual issue is that from Trust Wallet over to MetaMask, I can't find a hashtag for it, so that's why I asked.
If you want to DM me your BNB receive address, I'll take a look at it. Okay.
Awesome. And hey, did you just make that? Did you make the meme that you just posted?
You know I make them all the freaking time.
Yeah, that's
I know you do. I'm saying you guys already got you already got some rolling in already, so that's awesome. I love to see it. Let me see if there's any other questions. Okay, that's got nothing to do with that.
Oh,
Man, half these people are about to get booted.
well, 2.5 years.
You might just have to do that.
Yeah, but it's annoying because it's like it's never gonna. Oh shit!
You
Sorry.
need to take your bike off, mate.
Yep, I got him. Sorry, I was looking at chat.
the best customers in the world, man.
I know, man. All right. Any more questions, guys, before we wrap this up and pick pick the best question and some listeners. All right. Well, if you guys have anything else to add that we didn't cover already, go ahead and add that now.
I just want to say thanks to the community. We appreciate your guys' investment into this project. We care about the vets greatly. We want to help them any way we can. Just looking forward to the future of, the Web3 and crypto space. This is one way to, get this out. It's crypto allows for so many amazing things. And this is just one of the things that crypto can do successfully because of how fast the transactions can happen, right? And for an investor, it's a great way to earn rewards on a budding chain or a brand new blockchain. You're basically the first one in, and just like like I've said before, first one in, first one out. That's the way everyone wants to, to live in crypto, and it's very exciting for that opportunity. As more and more projects come in, obviously we're going to partner with more and more projects because we want, as much help as we can. And again, we don't make money unless you guys do too. And of course, any outside source of revenue will go into the project to help the project and the holders. And we're just honored that you guys, thanks for having us today. Please come check out the Poo Chain Global Chat. We'll do some AMAs over there as well. You'll get to hear some of the AMAs from our partners and the other projects on there. A lot of great investors. We look forward to seeing what you guys, we look forward to seeing you guys in the chat. And we appreciate your time for sure.
Awesome, man, and I really thank you guys for coming on and sharing the project with everybody. I'll definitely be throwing something in myself, just to support.
What's the minimum that you can throw in? Sorry.
I think it's 0.2 BNB for the pre-sale.
Okay, thanks.
And yeah, so with that said, I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you guys again for coming. Stick around for a second.